5% rate and APR with absolutely no closing cost.
Hey, California, did you know our homes share power? But when we try to stay cool in a heat wave, our supply is pushed to the limit.
It's a McDonald's drink.
Right now, take a long, relaxing sip of a new frozen Coca-Cola. Get a small for just $1.50. Or try the icy cool refreshment of other.
Hi, and welcome back to Joe's DIY. So today I got a new stereo record changer setup. This is an Hitachi FM/AM solid state stereo modular model KS-300. This was a find at one of my local thrift stores. I got a really good deal on it. Came with the speakers. Those speakers right there. So I'm kind of impressed by the power that this machine has, because apparently these speakers here are 8 ohms. I'm not sure how many watts, but it can't be that many watts. But they're very light. And but I do get really good stereo sound out of there for the size of the speakers. It comes with a record changer, which is this one right here. This just comes right off. And the cool thing about this is that right off the bat, I don't know if you can see it right there, but you can do 60 RPM, 33 and a third RPM, 45 and 78 RPM. And it is a record changer, so you could stack up your 45s. Well, probably not your 45s because you probably need an adapter, but definitely your 33 and a thirds and your 78s. You could stack them up here and just have them right there, and they'll just drop. I recently bought a new stylus for it. Let me see if I can show that really quick. This didn't have a stylus, so I ended up getting one of those flip styluses. I don't know. My camera can catch that. Let me see. Yeah. So that's the flip stylus right there. It's set up for 78, and you could also do LP. Okay. And the cool thing about this too is that it also can do 7-inch records. It could do 10-inch records, like for example 45s. And you could do your full length 12-inch vinyls. So I already tested it, and it does work for the most part. I'll get into that in a minute. The stereo definitely works well. I've been able to adjust it, and
800-276-3709. 800-276-3709. That's 800-276-3709.
Staples Connect has everything to help you get ready for.
So you can tell that it's got a really good sound in spite of the speakers being pretty small. It's got an adjustable bass.
It's going down, baby!
It's the 93.5 K-Day. Back in the 2K playlist.
And we back.
93.5 K-Day.
Back in the 2K.
You can also definitely adjust the treble. So I mean, it's a really decent stereo, you know, for the price that I bought it for. I'll go ahead and show the back here. And nothing's super special here. I mean, you got, let's see if I can get that into the camera, but you do have the model number there. Gives you kind of the range of the FM and AM right there. You are able to put a tape deck in here, which I'll demonstrate. You could do a recording out if you want to record off the record player, I'm assuming, or the stereo. And you do have those speaker cables that are not, they're more like AV connectors instead of like typical stereo ports. And good old made in Japan right there. Okay, so I got one of my 78s. This is get a good picture of that. Just cleaned this up It was a little bit dirty. But this is a Canción Ranchera, so there'll be some Spanish music here. And I'll go ahead and play it now, and we'll kind of see how this works. Notice that I have the needle set up at 78. So I will go ahead and start. And these, you know, they load up the typical way, you know, you just, the spool's right there, so you just have to put them into the spool and drop this arm on them so that they can be leveled, and then the machine will drop it. It's set up at 78 and 10-inch records, so we'll go ahead and start.
El llanto me bañe el alma, quiero llorar.
So as you can see, it spins very well, and I did notice that the drop of the record did make this thing jump a little bit, but luckily it does still land where it's supposed to, so we'll go ahead and stop it here. Okay, so as you can see, I have that other record playing, and I stacked up another 78 on there. So all you'd have to do is do the same process again if you want to listen to the new record. As you can see, it just dropped the other record. So that is fully functioning. We'll go ahead and test an LP now. Alright, so I broke out the Reader's Digest to kind of demonstrate here. I'll just pick disc number 1. So on this, I mean, it's just basically the same process. You do have to switch. Let me see if I can get this out of the way here. So now you would have to switch the speeds there. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to 33 1/3. You do also have to adjust the, so I can get that into the camera. You have to adjust the size. So now we're back to 12-inch vinyls. So you just put this puppy in. And the last step would be to make sure that you switched over your LP stylus. I'll go ahead and put that down. I'm actually very impressed by the sound that the LP has on this little turntable. This thing is probably from the 70s, so you can just imagine, you know, this is what people from then heard. Great sounding turntable. Okay, so as you can see, I got my Bend Sound tape here, and let me turn this on. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to tape, and as you can see right there, now it's got the, so you can see that it's got the tape setting on, and I have my Bend Sound tape. All right, so here are my final thoughts. For what I paid, I mean, I got this off a thrift store, so but for what I paid for it and what it was probably worth at the time that it was released back in the 70s, this is not a bad little setup. The speakers are going to be small, but I think that the sound is still pretty good, and you still get that warm tone that you like or you would expect from a setup like this. Like the fluorescent lights, I mean, I don't know if I can get a good view of that, but those are very nice. I like that this little sensor here, I don't know, I found many of these with this type of sensor, it doesn't really work very well, but this here works perfectly well. And let me see if I can demonstrate it really quick. So you can see the needle will adjust when you tune.
Un incendio de maleza que está afectando.
So it's not a bad deal if you're able to find this. Anyways, that is my final thought on this machine. If you find one out in the wild and it's functioning, I would say pick it up, because I think it's really nice, especially if you don't have anything that plays 16 RPM records or a 78, which is two of the more uncommon formats these days. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. We're really close to 500 subscribers, and I really appreciate all the support I'm getting online. It keeps me motivated to make more of these movies. Summer's about to be over in a couple of months, so I'm pretty sure that my video output will probably slow down a little bit more, but I'll try to do videos at least once a week or twice a month. Hopefully it's once a week, because I'm trying to see if I just have the time to do these, because it takes a little bit of time to edit and all that. But nonetheless, thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful weekend, and see you in the next video. Take care.